Hey everyone, and welcome back to Made to Order a la Orden. I'm Chef Z, and today we're making Cuban black beans, but the easy way. Now, I already have a recipe here on my channel where I show you how to make Cuban black beans, but that recipe is slightly different because I show you how to make it from scratch, which typically takes anywhere between a day and a half to 2 days unless you have a pressure cooker. Now, in that recipe, I added chorizo, which makes that dish just super delicious, but a bunch of you have asked me to show you how to make it the easy way, so here we are. And bonus, this recipe is actually vegan friendly. So for all my vegans out there, I told you, I got you. Now, these beans are always in heavy rotation in my house because they're one of my favorite, and I do hope you like. So hang in there so that you don't miss this. We're going to kick things off by adding some olive oil into a pot, followed by some minced onions and some minced green peppers. Now you can use a variety of different green peppers. I like to use a mixture of Cubanelle peppers and bell peppers. We're gonna mix that together for a little bit, and now we're gonna add our sopita, which is a chicken bouillon cube, but feel free to use regular salt as well. Now, whenever you add some kind of salt or some kind of sopita to your onions and peppers while they're sauteing, it's gonna help them sweat and become translucent. Now we're going to add our black beans. Now this is my easy Cuban black bean recipes, which means that I'm using canned black beans, and I like to keep the liquid in there because it's going to give it a vibrant and a rich dark color. Now I do have a recipe of how to make Cuban black beans from scratch, so feel free to check that video out. Now whenever I make my easy version of this recipe, it's normally because I'm in a rush and I'm craving black beans and I just don't have time to make them from scratch. I also like my Cuban black beans on the thicker side, so I'm now going to add 1 cup of water along with some regular oregano, black pepper, some cumin, a tiny bit of tomato paste, which is going to go a long way, some bay leaves, and some cilantro. Now I'm going to mix that all together until it's well combined and breaking up the tomato paste a little bit. And we're gonna let this stew anywhere between 20 to 40 minutes, and it honestly depends on how thick you like your Cuban black beans. Now, nothing makes me more happy than some thick black beans over a bed of white rice. It is honestly one of my favorite things to eat in life. Now, once it reaches your desired thickness, we're gonna add some mashed garlic. And keep in mind and pay very close attention because this is my secret weapon and my secret ingredient. I like to add the garlic at the end because it's going to give it a vibrant flavor. If you add it at the very beginning, then you risk cooking out all that awesome and delicious garlic flavor, and who wants that? Now I also like to give it a quick taste test just to make sure it's good on things like salt, oregano, and cumin. If you want to adjust any of those flavors, then now is the time. My beans happen to be perfect and on the money, so now I'm going to add some red wine vinegar and some brown sugar. And these 2 ingredients is really going to balance out the rest of the dish, and it's going to bring the dish together. So we add it, mix it all together, and if you want your Cuban black beans to taste absolutely phenomenal, then let it cool and then reheat it or have it the next day. So there you guys have it, my recipe for making Cuban black beans. Say hi to me on social media, and don't forget to come back next week when I have an all new video. Buen provecho, guys!